The public grievance, a platform based on web technology that primarily aims to enable submission of grievances by the aggrieved citizens from anywhere and anytime, 24/7. Basis to ministries, departments, organizations who scrutinize and take action for speedy and favorable redress of these grievances. Public grievance, where the user will receive a grievance from the public and will forward to the concerned department for the appropriate response and resolution of grievance. To access this application, users can open the web portal by opening the URL https://iwdms2.gujarat.gov.in. In this portal, the user is required to fill in the credentials using the username and password, along with the CAPTCHA code. Then click on the Login button. Successful login will redirect user to dashboard of the IWDMS 2.0. The user will click on the public grievance link. The user will redirect to the Grievance Management homepage. This is the Grievance Management homepage. Here user can access different information. User can see the grievance statistics like total grievance registered, number of grievance pending, and number of grievance closed. User needs to click on the My Inbox button, available on the left side of the screen. After clicking on My Inbox, the user will see already received and created grievance in the inbox. User can search the received grievance by selecting a particular department and date by clicking the drop-down button, and then click on the search button to see the result. User can also click on the View button or grievance number to view the grievance details. After clicking on the received grievance, the grievance will open. User can see the complainant details that is already filled by complainant while creating grievance from Citizen Grievance portal. After reading all the information, user needs to click on the Next button to see the other details of the complaint. After clicking on the Next button, the user can see the grievance details that are already filled by the complainant while creating a grievance from Citizen Grievance portal. After checking all the details, user can select the Back button to go to the previous page and click on the Next button to move on to the next page. Now the user will click on the Next button to move on to the next page. After clicking the Next button, user will get this Upload Document Details screen. User can click on the View button to view the uploaded document by the complainant. After clicking on the View document, user can see all the details. User can also email, print, and close this document. Now user needs to click on the Forward button. Forward button is used to forward the complaint to the respective user to whom the complaint belongs. After clicking on the Forward button, the user will get the pop-up. Here user can select the writes yes or no reply to the complaint to forwarded user. User also needs to select the department by clicking on the drop-down button. Click on the HOD drop-down button to select the HOD department. The user also needs to mention the forwarded user ID in the user details box. In remarks, the user can also add a remark related to the complaint. After entering all the details, the user can click on the Close button to close this pop-up, or the user can click on Submit button to forward the complaint to the desired user. After clicking on Submit button, complaint will forward to the mentioned user. After clicking on Submit button, public grievance has been successfully forwarded message will appear. Now forwarded user needs to log in into their account. The user needs to check the inbox to see the received complaint detail. After clicking on the Inbox button, the user will get this screen. Here user can see the received complaint in inbox. The user needs to click on the complaint number. Here user can see the details of complaints received from the internal department. User can see the all details of complaints and grievances. After checking all the details, user can view the details or again forward to the next user for further inputs, and also can reply back the complaint from the received user or direct to the complainant. After clicking on the reply button, the user will get the pop-up. Here the user can reply back to the department user from where the complaint is received by clicking on the department radio button or click on the citizen button to directly reply back to the citizen if allowed by the department. User can also add remarks to reply to the complaint details. User can also upload a document related to the grievance by clicking on Choose File option. After entering all the details, user can click on the Close button to close the pop-up, or the user can click on Submit button to forward the reply to the department user. Now the user will click on Submit button. After clicking on Submit button, public grievance being successfully replied back to the user message will appear. After submitting the reply to the department user, the department user will click on the Inbox button to see the received reply. After clicking on the Inbox button, the user needs to click on the complaint number to see the entered details received from the department user. After clicking on Grievance in the inbox, this screen will appear. User can see the details of the grievance. Now user can further reply to citizen by clicking on the reply button. After clicking on the reply button, the pop-up will come. User can send again this grievance to take action to a different department, or the user can reply back to the citizen for closing the complaint. User can also give remarks related to complaint. User can also upload the document by clicking on Choose File button. After entering all the details, user can click on the Close button to close the pop-up, or the user can click on the Submit button to submit the reply to the citizen. Now the user will click on Submit button, and the complaint grievance reply will be reverted back to the citizen. Now the user needs to click on the Sent items to see the sent grievance to different users and citizens. After clicking on the Send Items button, the user can see the list of different grievance with their number, subject, from the department, from the user, sent on, modified on, and status of sent grievance to different users and citizens. User can also see the status of grievance completed and in progress. User can also search the sent grievance by department type and date. Now user needs to click on the Draft button. In the Draft section, the user can save the unsent grievance complaint in the draft box, or the unfilled grievance gets automatically saved in the draft box. Now user needs to click on Create Grievance button. Create the grievance button available on the left side of the screen. After clicking on Create Grievance button, this screen will appear. User needs to fill the all complaint details. User needs to select the application mode by clicking on respective radio buttons. Enter the full name and gender of the complainant. User needs to enter the complainant address with country, state, district, taluka, village flat no, pin code, etc. User also needs to enter the complainant contact details like mobile number and email ID. After entering all the details, user needs to click on the Next button. After clicking on the Next button, previous details will be automatically saved and a message will be shown. After clicking on the Next button, this screen will appear. Here the user needs to fill in further details related to grievance. Now user needs to enter the grievance category personal or public by clicking on the respective radio buttons. User needs to select the grievance type by clicking on the drop-down button. Grievance pertains will be selected state by default. User needs to enter the grievance details related to which department and grievance subject. Grievance description. User can also mention if the user facing this issue earlier by selecting the timeline by clicking the drop-down button. User can upload multiple documents by clicking on Add More button. If the user wants to upload the document, the user needs to click on the Choose File button and then upload the respective documents. After entering all the details, user can click on the Back button to go to the previous screen. User can also save the grievance for later submission by clicking on the Save as Draft button. Now the user will click on Submit button to submit the created grievance. After clicking on Submit button, the user will get this message: your application successfully registered with reference number, and the grievance will be created successfully and will be forwarded to the concerned user. Now click on the search option available left side of the screen. The search option is used to search the all grievance received and sent to respective users. Now user needs to enter the details to search grievance. User can enter the grievance number and grievance subject and then click on the search button. Then all grievance will be shown with mentioned number and subject. User can also select the grievance status and department. User can search the grievance by selecting the particular start date and end date of grievance. After entering specific details to search the data, the user needs to click on the search button to see grievance details. After clicking on the search button, the search result will be populated as shown in. Here user can see the different types of grievance in search results. User can also check the track sheet of all grievances, where the user can track the grievance where it is being routed. To view the track sheet of grievance, the user needs to click on the H button to see the track sheet as shown. After clicking on the H button, the user can see the From User to User, Action, Date, and Remarks. In the details, user can see the route of the grievance and what action is taken, and also user can see the remarks given by the different user on particular grievance.